everyone, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, for today's video I will be making my first frontal wig, which I'm super excited and nervous about. This is the hair I will be using today to make my wig. I got 3 bundles of 16-inch 613 hair and a frontal from a boutique called Pearlfection on Instagram. This is their card, their thank you card, and their information will be in the description box below. And let's get right into the video. So this is optional. I just wanted to do this because I wanted everything to kind of, like match. So I got me some blonde thread, and it also got me like a beige dome cap. So I watched a few videos before I had the courage to do this, and I'm right now just sizing up the frontal with my hairline or with like ear to ear, because sometimes frontals run big, or majority of frontals run big. So I'm just doing what I've seen in a few videos. So I'm going to take a lip pencil, this brown lip pencil, and I'm just going to kind of mark where I'm going to cut the excess hair or the extra frontal piece. And now I'm just gonna cut off where I marked the lip liner at. And I'm gonna check just one more time to make sure that it's like perfect, just because this is my first time doing this, and like I really didn't want to mess this up. So I'm just making sure that, I'm cutting slow and piece by piece to make sure I don't overcut, because once you cut hair, it's no going back. And I'm gonna do one more check just to make sure that it's right where I need it to be, ear to ear, and it's perfect. Now I'm going to take the frontal and I'm going to pin it onto my mannequin head, well, block head, whatever, same thing. And then I'm going to just pin it down and get ready to start sewing my wig on. So as I mentioned earlier, I watched a few videos on how to do this, and like I had to watch a lot, because like I had to make sure like I watched at least, like, no lie, like at least 5, because I needed to make sure that I felt like I had it down packed, because I paid for this hair. This was not a promotional thing. I paid for this hair and it was not cheap. Actually, this is the most expensive hair I've ever bought. So I was like, let me make sure I'm doing this correctly. And right here, I'm just going to lightly braid the frontal across, just so like there's no like strayaways, like no fly hair in the way or whatever. So when I start to do the sewing process, like it's not in the way. And because I also want the frontal to lay flat, so I don't want anything bumpy. So I've seen a few people do this, and they just braid it across just to make sure it's like a flat foundation. Sorry, I cannot talk today. It's like a flat foundation, and it's lightly braided, because if you do it too tight, you'll make it crunch up, and that's not what you want. If you've been following me for a while and you're familiar with my channel, with some of my wig videos that I've done with 4x4 closures, I always mention that I am not how do you say it, I'm not a pro at sewing. Like I can sew, like I can sew, but it's no special way to sew. You just sew and go with the flow, basically. And just like whatever makes you comfortable. So this is what my stitching looks like after I sew down the frontal. For the first bundle of hair, I always double track my first bundle, or starting off in the back. I just like the back of my hair to be full. Well, I like the whole hair all around full, but I started off my hair like this all the time when I did my like wigs and stuff. I like to double track the back. And I used to do the flip over method, which is once you sew to where you want it sewed at on the cap, you just flip it. But I've come to like realize in the past that when I do that, it makes your wig look bulkier. And if you're someone like me that has thick hair and you're gonna have your hair braided under the wig, you don't want your head to look bigger than what it needs to be. So now because it's my wig and I don't have a problem with it, I usually just cut the wefts, like I cut the tracks and then I continue sewing. So for the first bundle, I'm gonna double track, and then this is how I sew right here. And then once I get to the second bundle, I'm going to do single tracks and also cut those. I just wanted to mention that you don't have to make your stitching as close like mine's is. The only reason why I'm doing this way is because I like my wigs to stay secure. And I have had in the past, like my wigs have like the tracks start getting loose from me combing or brushing it a lot after a while. And I don't want to have to deal with that. So that's why I'm doing my stitching so close. So now that I'm getting closer to the top, I usually like to make sure that my tracks are closer together than they are in the back and the middle, because usually in the back and the middle, I do leave some type of space just cause, you know, just space it out and some breathing room and stuff for your hair to breathe through the net mesh of the cap. But for the top of my hair, I think it's really important, especially for me personally, because I'm sitting and usually people are always looking over me and down on me over my head. So I want to make sure my tracks are showing and that they're as close as possible. Now that I'm done with the wig, this is what it's looking like, and all you have to do is cut out the extra piece of like the cap. And please, if you're gonna try to do a wig, be careful when doing this, because you don't want to accidentally cut any of the string, the thread, because once you do that, you can start making the wig unravel, and that would be mad annoying and I would be tight. So when you do this, just be careful. It's going in fast motion, but I promise you I was not cutting this fast when I was doing this part. And this is what it's looking like after I finished cutting off the mesh. I like how it came out. I'm not gonna front. This took me a long time to do. Like I literally stayed up to after 3 in the morning to do this wig. I think I started like at 11, but it took me a good while because like I did take apart 2 tracks in the back just because it was a little too spaced out, and I want to show you how I closed the top. So I took one piece across the frontal. So I'm doing what best works for me, and I'm going to be using my powder to put onto the lace just to make it look like scalp and match my skin. I did watch a video where somebody bleached 613 hair for the knots, which I felt is kind of silly because it's already bleached. But yeah, this is what I do to make it look more realistic, and this is what the inside looks like before I put it on my head. So I do want to mention before I like start explaining anything else, I'm not going to be gluing this wig on my head just because I do plan on coloring it. So I'm not going to really be out wearing it blonde. So right now I'm just trying the wig on. As you can see while I'm putting it on, it fit really good. Like, it fit so snug to the point where I felt like I don't even have to put a band on it because it felt secure. And I'm just spraying some water on my brush just to get the flyaways to sit down while I get ready to customize it a little bit. And right here, I'm just taking my comb and I'm showing off, you know, my scalp, not my lace, my scalp. Did you see it? Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna take my Pro Style hair polisher. I'm gonna put a little of that on my hand just to put these flyaways down because the water obviously didn't work. And then I'm also gonna take my Tresemme heat tamer and spray a little of that on my hair because I am going to be using my flat iron and hot comb. So I'm going to take this eyebrow razor, and I'm going to use this to cut the extra lace that I don't need. I feel like if I would have glued this down, but I said I wasn't because I knew I wasn't going to be wearing this after this video, it would have been easier for me to cut. But, you know, I just winged it and just did whatever. And I'm not mimicking my hairline because my hairline is not like this. So I look crazy right now, but just trust the process and I'm going to fix it. It's fixable. Since I said I wasn't going to glue it down, what I am going to glue down is the baby hairs that I'm going to attempt to make, because y'all already know, if you follow me, I'm horrible at doing baby hairs. Fake ones, real ones, I'm just bad at it, but you know, I have to do something. So I'm just taking that razor now and I'm just cutting some hair. This did come with some baby hairs, but they were kind of long and I brushed them back, so I'm just baking new baby hairs. And the struggle is real, y'all, because y'all know already, like, if you follow me and watch my other hair videos, I am so bad at this, but I'm gonna still do it. Before I do my other side of attempting some baby hairs, I'm just gonna part my hair for the way I want it, and I'm kind of doing like a slight, yeah, like a slight part, like a side part, not a real one. And then I'm gonna repeat this process of trying to do the baby hairs, and then I'm just gonna take this strap to one of my robes and put that around my hair to lay it down. And yeah. While I let my hair set, like the edges, I'm just going to take my hair out and I'm going to take my hot comb and I'm going to just seal, well, not seal, but you know, flatten out my part and lay it down. That's the word. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I cannot think straight. I'm going to take my hot comb to lay my part and lay my hair down and the baby hairs. Then I'm going to go over like the bottom with my flat iron. I don't know what's up, but I really could not get a break with these flyaways. It was just like they kept coming and sprouting out of nowhere. So I'm taking this like this little hair wax thing I got from this hair company when they sent me some hair, and I'm just gonna use that to try to put down what I just cut and to, like, you know, flatten it out. And this is basically the final result of my hair. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you're not already. Feel free to share this video and stay tuned for my next video of me coloring this hair. Until later, guys. Bye.